Hi, it's me again with Corel Drill Tips and Tricks. Somebody sent me this clip art and it's sharp as a tack, but they need it instead of a circle, they need it in an oval. I'm almost there. I could take my time and get this perfect, and I could actually just do it. It's a little bit tricky, but not really. And here's the other example that they want it like that, but they want this one. So I'm going to take this one and make a duplicate of it for sure. And then I'm going to hit P and put that in the center. I need to cut out one of these leaves. So it's in the center, and I measured them, and there's 18 degrees, so I'm going to go 9 degrees. Then I'm going to go Control D, and because it's rotating from the center, I could just mirror it. So I need to get, see, that's pretty perfect. I need to delete, but for some reason, I can't. It's a weird clip art, and it does that. So what I did is I took it, and I went to View, and I went to Wireframe. And then all I did was take my Smart Fill tool. I'm going to do it on blue, and I'm going to fill that in and move it over. I'm using the right arrow key, and hopefully this is going to work. So I've moved it over here, and if we go to View and Enhance, I have that same leaf pattern. So I'm going to knock that out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and make it black, and I'm going to group it together, and I'm going to hit P, put it in the center page, which doesn't really matter in this case, but I always, for some reason, always go to P. So this is pretty much the furthest distance. If we look at it, yeah, the leaves are a little bit, maybe the leaves, well, I need these to join, so that's regardless. And that top one is a little bit further. I'm going to get rid of the indexing line, and I'm going to grab my parallel dimension tool, and I'm going to grab right on that node. Then I've got 2.19. So I'm going to type that number, that digit out, 2.19, just so we won't forget it. Now, we need to find out how many are going to fit it here. So I took an ellipse, and I've already gone to Object and convert it to a curve, because then I can open up Windows, Dockers, and Properties, and get this right on this curve. And the thing is 53.1. So I'm going to go 360. I'm going to get out a calculator. 360 divided by our 2.19. And that can't be right. I don't need 164 of them. Oh, 53, sorry. 53 times, divided by 2.19. So I need 24 minus a little bit. So I'm going to make this thing a little bit less. Well, you know what? Take it back. I need 24.2. And I started off with, well, let's just see what it does. Now, when you use, or I use object to path, to make it work for me, I have to flip it upside down. Now I'm going to go, and this is going to be trial by error. I'm going to go to object and object to path, and I'm going to keep that. I'm going to shift select. I've got my object. Now I'm going to shift select my path, and I'm going to use 24. And it takes just a second. And then just kind of zoom in and look. And we're right where I was a while ago. And so what we can do, let's back up here. So we're a little bit too close together. So I'm going to raise this circle to like 94. Okay. And it made it the whole thing. Now let's do that. So that spread it out a little bit. Let's see if it doesn't work. And then you just have to kind of go back and forth. There's some math person is probably laughing. We're really close. I don't think you're going to ever get it perfect because it's not a circle. You could use rotation and get it a little bit more perfect. So we actually we're a little bit too big. So let's go to just 93. And I've got my ratio locked, so it's doing both. Now I'm going to select that, shift select that, and hit apply. Now, big diff is a little bit over. I mean, that's exactly where I had. Now that could be fixed if you wanted it. I don't really think it, I think it could be part of the design. If we look at it under wireframe, that's what we're getting. Now, if you wanted to, we could take away our path. That's one thing I like about object to path. You can just take the path away if I can grab it. There we go. And if you had to have perfection, you could go and cut these lines off, and we could even try welding it, and then go back to view and enhanced, and it took it away. Why did it do that? Let's go back to wire. Well, you know what? Because maybe I cut it. So what we could do is maybe that won't work. Okay, I filled it in with both of them with blue. Now let's go back to view, and there we go. But you'd have to do that for every one. So if it's important to the person I'm trying to help, far be it to give it a go. Now let's go back to the way it was. And let's go not to wireframe this time, but let's take away that. Let's go here and take away the fill and add an outline and just see if it'll weld and see if it does anything. So I'm just going to grab it all. The ones that aren't being touched shouldn't be bothered. You're still going to have those little bumps in the road right there, but see, the lines are gone. And if you wanted to now, you could go and get rid of those. But you're going to have to do it 24 times. And I would suggest just not doing it. But it wouldn't be that hard. I'm making it harder than, well, that ain't going to work. I tell you what, the best way to get rid of them would be get rid of that one and go up here and right click and turn them into a line. Nope. Probably just turn this one into a line. I don't know. I'm losing my train of thought now. So that would work, but that's a lot of work. And because it doesn't really look bad like that. It's just, you can't have everything perfect because of the oval. On a circle, I could match it up perfectly and cut it out and rotate it without a problem. Anyway, these are pretty cool designs. Anyway, I hope that answered their question, and thank you for watching.